1983 tour for a little while on the West Coast, and they were really good to us. They're really good people.
Motley Crue built their legend on chaos, danger, and the promise of a truly wild live show. But now that very legacy is under fire. After pulling in a massive $173 million stadium tour, the band found themselves at the center of a shocking lawsuit that raised one explosive question. How much of what fans are hearing on stage is actually live? With viral videos, backstage accusations, and longtime guitarist Mick speaking out under oath, the controversy has divided the rock world like never before. Some fans feel betrayed. Others say it's just modern touring reality. But one thing is certain. The drama has only made Motley Crue bigger, louder, and more talked about than ever. So what's really going on behind the lights, the pyro, and the stadium-shaking sound?
Yeah. They're nice guys.
Let's dive into the scandal that could change how fans see one of rock's most iconic bands forever. Under oath, Mars claimed that Motley Crue had been using pre-recorded tracks during live concerts, basically suggesting that parts of their performances were not fully live. For hardcore rock and metal fans, this accusation hits like a betrayal. Authenticity is everything in this scene, and whispers of faked performances triggered a wave of backlash online. Still, instead of backing down, the band seemed to ride the drama like pros, turning the attention into hype for their upcoming world tour. Tickets reportedly climbed as high as $2,500, and fans were still lining up to buy them. The scandal only made the spotlight burn brighter. So, are the rumors true? Are pre-recorded tracks really part of the show? The answer is messy and full of debate. Fan-filmed videos have been flooding the internet for years, with viewers pointing out moments where the sound blasting through the speakers does not match what is happening on stage. One viral clip from July 19, 2022, in Kansas City fueled the fire big time. In the footage, cymbal crashes can clearly be heard, yet drummer Tommy Lee is nowhere near his drum kit at that exact moment. To many watchers, it looked like the drums were playing themselves. Nobody seems fully sure how much of Lee's performance is live and how much might be supported by technology. Comment sections turned into battlegrounds, with some fans claiming most of the drumming is pre-programmed, while others insist only certain triggers are used to stay perfectly synced with the band's intense fireworks, lights, and stage effects. Motley Crue has always delivered a wild spectacle, and that level of production can come with complicated setups. Mars even pointed directly to that Kansas City video in his lawsuit, later claiming under penalty of perjury that large parts of Vince Neil's vocals were also pre-recorded. But this sparked another heated question. If backing tracks are really covering the vocals, why do so many live clips show Neil struggling so much on stage? For years, critics have called out the frontman's rough performances, saying he often sounds out of breath, off-key, or depends heavily on the crowd to carry the chorus. Some outspoken voices, including pro wrestler and rock singer Chris Jericho, suggested Neil's physical condition could be affecting his voice, arguing that serious training and better fitness might help him regain strength. As more awkward performance clips spread across YouTube, the pressure kept building. Eventually, Motley Crue's manager Alan Kovacs stepped in to calm the noise, telling fans that the band members had been working with personal trainers and nutrition experts before the stadium tour, all in an effort to deliver the strongest show possible. The band promised to deliver the strongest performance possible, but even as late as 2023, loyal Crue fans kept calling them out, saying the lip-syncing only became more obvious and harder to ignore. One viral video from a concert in Peru set social media on fire, with viewers claiming it was crystal clear that Vince Neil was leaning heavily on pre-recorded vocal tracks during key moments of the show. Still, the loudest wave of anger and confusion did not land on Neil. it crashed straight onto bassist Nikki Sixx. According to Mick Mars, tensions between the two had been boiling for years. Mars accused Sixx of trying to mess with his head, allegedly pushing the idea that he was dealing with cognitive problems and that his guitar skills were slipping. The lawsuit paints a picture of constant frustration, with claims that Mars was often blamed for forgetting chords or playing the wrong songs during rehearsals and live sets. Mars, who owns a reported 25% stake in the band's corporate business structure, believes this pressure was not random at all. He claims it was part of a calculated plan by Sixx to slowly push him out and grab a bigger slice of the pie. When serious health issues finally forced Mars to step away from touring in 2022, he says the band presented him with what he described as a harsh, take-it-or-leave-it severance deal. According to Mars, the offer would have stripped him of 20% of his ownership, a move he viewed as both shocking and disrespectful after more than 4 decades of loyalty. Mars even alleged that Sixx told him he was lucky to keep as little as 5% going forward. The legal filings did not stop there. Mars went further, claiming that Sixx was also not fully playing live, stating that 100% of the bass parts were pre-recorded during shows. One clip that spread quickly online showed Sixx pumping his fist in the air with his picking hand, while the bass line continued blasting through the speakers, a moment that fueled even more speculation and drama. This was not the first time Sixx faced accusations about backing tracks. Back in 1997, Metallica drummer Lars Ulrich publicly criticized Motley Crue for allegedly performing to a tape at the American Music Awards. Many insiders later admitted that TV performances often rely on pre-recorded elements because of strict timing rules and production limits. Still, Sixx did not take the criticism lightly. He fired back with an open letter posted on an AOL message board that read, "Dear sweet fat balding Lars, love the makeup babe. Taking your ever-moronic soapbox position on a subject that's none of your business has made you out to be an a-hole, as usual. You're such a poser." The tension around backing track accusations only kept heating up. Even while blasting critics like Lars Ulrich, Nikki Sixx never clearly denied that pre-recorded elements were part of Motley Crue's shows. His responses often felt sharp, emotional, and full of attitude, but noticeably sidestepped the main question fans kept asking. The topic exploded again in 2023 when legendary drummer Carmine Appice told Ultimate Guitar that Mick Mars had privately opened up to him about having a miserable time on the stadium tour. According to Appice, Mars felt frustrated because so much of the performance was allegedly locked into pre-recorded tracks instead of being truly live. That claim instantly stirred up headlines and fan debates across rock forums and social media. Sixx quickly jumped onto Twitter to fire back, but instead of directly tackling the lip-syncing allegations, he went straight for personal jabs. He dismissed Appice as a washed-up drummer, turning the situation into another messy public clash. The insults grabbed attention, yet they still left many fans wondering why the core issue was never clearly addressed. To be fair, Sixx did briefly acknowledge the use of backing tracks in a 2019 interview. He explained that the band sometimes relied on pre-recorded sounds for instruments they did not bring on tour, like cellos or certain synthesizer parts. For some fans, that explanation sounded reasonable. For others, it only fueled suspicion that the reliance on technology might go much deeper than admitted. Ironically, the only member who openly spoke about the main band's use of backing tracks was Mick Mars himself. During a 2014 interview with Eddie Trunk, Mars admitted he was not a strong singer, which led to a tense exchange of follow-up questions. He appeared uncomfortable, stumbling over his words and trying to steer the conversation away. Still, he eventually shared his honest feelings, saying he disliked using backing tracks, and believed Motley Crue's true power came from raw, unpredictable live performances where mistakes could happen right in front of the crowd. So if parts of the show are possibly enhanced or pre-recorded, why has the backlash not completely crushed the band? The truth is, fans can be incredibly loyal and forgiving when it comes to artists they love. History has shown that lip-syncing scandals do not always end careers. Take the famous case of pop duo Milli Vanilli. After their backing track famously failed during a 1989 live performance, many expected their popularity to collapse overnight. Yet their core audience stayed engaged, and the duo still achieved massive global success, reportedly generating over $50 million and even winning a Grammy for Best New Artist, while controversy followed them. In a strange twist, the non-stop accusations may actually be boosting Motley Crue's visibility. Metal news outlets, reaction channels, and fan pages keep pumping out content, driving millions of views and keeping the band locked in the spotlight like never before. At the end of the day, all the criticism and drama being thrown at Motley Crue can act like free promotion. Every headline, every heated debate, and every viral video keeps the band locked into the center of the music news cycle. Even when the attention carries negative vibes, the constant spotlight often works in their favor and keeps ticket demand burning hot. Still, if future tour dates end up feeling overly staged or heavily supported by pre-recorded elements, some fans believe the band could be drifting away from the raw spirit that helped build their legend in the first place. Back in their very first press release on June 22, 1981, Motley Crue proudly declared their mission was to provide an outstanding live show which excites, stimulates, and moves the audience. That promise helped shape their identity, even as their reputation became wild, controversial, and unforgettable. Despite all the noise, Motley Crue concerts continue to sell out across the globe. The reality is that the rock and metal scene today depends heavily on legendary acts to keep massive crowds showing up. In many years, the top-selling metal albums are not new releases at all. They are classic records that are more than 30 years old. Major rock festivals also tend to rely on the same trusted headliners, bringing back familiar names again and again to guarantee ticket sales and packed fields. Some critics argue that this heavy focus on nostalgia is slowing down the growth of the genre and making it harder for newer artists to break through. But in the post-2020 touring landscape, where costs for travel, staging, and production have skyrocketed, promoters are playing it safe more than ever. Booking proven legacy bands like Motley Crue is seen as a safer bet in a risky business. For now, the legal battle is still unfolding, and the band will eventually have their chance to share their full side of the story. Until then, fans hold the real power. They can make their voices heard by choosing where they spend their money and which shows they support. One thing is certain, controversy or not, Motley Crue has somehow become more profitable and talked about than ever before. If you enjoyed this deep dive into rock drama and industry secrets, make sure you smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and hit subscribe so you never miss the next explosive story. See you in the next video.
Everyone in Hollywood looks like a woman. And, that's wrong.